Montana is considered to be one of the greatest fly fishing destinations in all the world. So picture this, you're a fly fishing addict, and you've just been hired by one of the premier fly fishing outfitters in the state. Your family supports what you do, your wife stands behind you every step of the way, and you decide to walk away from it all. Well, that is the story of Montana Matt. We're being guided by Matt Thompson. This is Guided. When you search the internet for fly fishing in Montana, Matt Thompson's Montana Matt blog will be one of your top hits.
Ooh, that water is cold.
With his wife, Tracy Moore, Matt's YouTube videos and online presence has made him the friendly face of fly fishing in Montana.
So Matt, when was the first time you actually started fly fishing?
Yeah, my dad taught me to fly fish when I was about 10 years old.
Did you like it?
You know
was
what?
it love at first sight?
I didn't actually. I actually just went because I liked the rapids and stuff, so he would always have to do like the sections with a bunch of rapids.
There you go, Trace, hit that hole. Oh, perfect spot. Get a fish.
My dad would try so hard. Matt, you gotta try this. This is awesome. No, Dad, can we just go down the rapids? He just kept on telling me, okay, Matt, gotta keep going with it, gotta keep going with it. And eventually we had a day on the Yellowstone when I was about 12 years old that it was just one of those days where everything comes together and it was just strike after strike after strike. And so that night, I always tell people I had the dream. I had that dream where all I could see was heads coming up and eating my fly. And ever since that, it was just hooked. Tracy and I met in Malibu, Canada at a Young Life camp.
I knew who he was because I knew his little brother, Sean. He's in my grade, and thought Matt was, the cute older brother.
High school sweethearts Matt and Tracy married, and Matt follows his father into the real estate business.
Matt and I started real estate together. We started a company. He did really well.
Because I was actually super successful at real estate, like to the point where my dad hated it because I was beating him every month in sales, and he's been doing it for 20 years. We probably did, I don't know, we did probably $8 to $10 million in sales every year. I bought probably one of the biggest houses that you could think of for our age. It was a $500,000 house. It was huge. I just didn't feel like it, that was the calling for me.
He got addicted to fishing, and he was never to be seen hardly again in real estate. He just became a fishing fool.
Off the river, Matt's wife Tracy follows her passion for photography and starts a photography business.
It's a lot of work running your own business. I started it from the ground up and never imagined how hard it would actually be.
Tracy's networking skills leads to a friendship with two local Montana radio DJs, which turns Matt and Tracy into local celebrities.
And then after weeks and weeks of doing this, then Big J is like, I know your nickname, Montana Matt. And that's actually, that's how I got the Montana Matt name.
Montana Matt and Tracy Moore begin sharing the adventures of their lives on YouTube and Facebook. But Montana Matt's real job was getting in the way of his fishing, and his wife becomes his inspiration.
Tracy could tell that I really had a dream, and she goes, Matt, you need to pursue your dream. I know you have a dream of being a fly fishing guide, and she actually, because of her success, made it so I can move on to fly fishing. Nice, perfect. Now do a little backman, yep, just like that. Awesome, right about.
And just as Matt started his passion, Tracy had to fulfill another.
So 1 month ago, I got the opportunity to go to Tanzania. I saw some of the most poor people I've ever seen in my life and some of the dirtiest water. All they want is clean water.
Tracy comes back from Africa and she goes, Matt, I have something really big on my heart and I just want to ask you what you think. I said, what's that, sweetie? She goes, I met this lady in Africa. She does this foundation called the African Reflections Foundation. She's huge on fishing and she kind of was talking a little bit about you, and I was like, what is she talking about me for? Like, I'm just a guide in Montana. And she goes,
she's like, I want to start another business. I just don't have the time. I love fly fishing so much, and I know it could do great in Zanzibar and Tanzania and possibly the Seychelles, but I just don't have anybody to run it.
She wants you to be the fly fishing guide, the expert out there. And my mouth just kind of dropped. I was like, really? Me? That is unbelievable. Let's do it.
But when you're moving away, The packing isn't the hardest part.
It's going to be really interesting because tonight is the night that we invited a bunch of people over for kind of a party. It's going to be a going away party, but they don't really know that yet.
This is really, we're announcing it. We can't go back now.